Hey, we've all seen a stud finder, right? And they usually suck. What if I can show you one that will see through the wall and show you a video of what's back there? We're gonna test that out right after this. Okay, for those of you that have followed my channel for long, you know I've done a few stud finder videos before. One of my most popular ones is showing you why it's not the stud finder that sucks, it's often the user using it wrong. And I've showed you old school stud finders, various types. I've got a bunch of them. I've got more than what I've got right here. And this is one of my favorites, and it's still, I think, a very useful stud finder. But these all rely on lights. You've got to get a light to light up or an arrow to point on the wall, and you just get an idea based on that of what's back there. What if you could see a visual image of what's back there? Well, that's what this company says they can do, and I've seen this before. I wanted to test this out a few years ago. It sounds very intriguing. And the company reached out to me and wanted me to try this product out. So I'm like, sure. I've set this up to have all kinds of stuff back here, and we're gonna see how much it can find. I honestly don't expect it to find everything, because the way stud finders work and the way I've explained it to you in different videos is they're basically detecting the different densities of objects in the wall. They're not a magician. They can't see through the wall and look behind the wall and see what's back there. So they're trying to read through a layer of drywall. In this case, this is 1/2 inch, and trying to get a idea of when that density changes. Here it's hollow, so when it comes over a wooden stud, the density overall is going to change, and that's basically what they're reading. What I've set up here is a really big variety of stuff. Here I have double 2x4s. You can see that up here. Here I put a horizontal one. It only goes to about right here. That's kind of representing blocking. A lot of times we put bracing and blocking in horizontally. There's a copper pipe running all the way to right here. Let's see, right here is electrical. You can see the electric light above making my hand glow. So I've got a light shining down, so the cord is in the wall, mostly back a ways like it should be, runs down to about here, alongside a wood stud. So there's a challenge. Two things really close together, always gonna make it hard on these things. Let's see, right here we have some black iron pipe. This is representing a gas line. And way over here you can see PEX coming out right here. I actually have it kind of curving. It goes over and touches the stud, and then it curves over, goes down through here, and it comes out right here. This is corked off, so it is full of water. But this is a challenge because we have a 2x4 here, a 2x here, some blocking, and then it's hollow. And then finally I stuck some ABS in here. This would represent like a vent stack for your plumbing system. So there's a huge variety of stuff here, and we're gonna get this thing out and try it. Now, by the way, this company, they're out of Israel, and they actually, this isn't their first foray into scanning things. They have developed some devices that will scan for breast cancer. I don't know if it's just available over there or it's just coming onto the market, but it's actually like a X-ray for breast cancer. So it's not like this company just jumped into the stud finder arena. They have got a lot of knowledge about scanning things, so they decided they might as well create a scanner for walls. Now this one's especially for drywall. The way this works is it links up with your phone. So you download an app, put it on your phone, and I've already done that, and then what you do is you turn it on here and you wait for the red light to come on, then it will change to blue. You open the app, and it's called the WALABOT app DIY, and then it pairs it. It actually pairs to the Wi-Fi. This is talking to your phone via Wi-Fi. So it essentially forms like a Wi-Fi network on here. So after you get this turned on and the app fired up, it tells you to calibrate it. So you tap on the calibrate here, and it tells you place it on the wall and start the calibration by going in circles. And if you watch, it'll sometimes tell you to go in a bigger circle. Just follow the instructions. It takes about 10 seconds, maybe less. There, it says it's done. Gives you two different scanning modes. One is image, the other is expert. I'm going to show you expert just to show you what it looks like, and then we're going to go back to the image because it's a better way. So on my screen, there's nothing. When we get near this stud, you start seeing a heat spot. And then it will go ahead and outline when you're over the center, and it got it. But let's switch to image mode. And we're going to come back here to the stud with the electrical. Electrical's a little higher, I think, but right there, it's finding the stud, and I'd say right about there's the center, and that's pretty close to my mark, which I think my mark's actually off about that much. So it found that purple line that's appearing there, that is showing the electrical. It says pipe and wire. It's showing it at an angle, but that cord is actually kind of floppy in there. It's an extension cord, so it found it. Now let's try the black iron, and I'm going to go over it this way, and it is showing it. That's showing that it would be about center. Now if it's running this way, I believe they told me it's best to scan it across. So it's going to show it running up and down though. This way will tell you the orientation. So I'm just learning this too. Now let's move down to the copper pipe. But there it is showing the copper pipe. And as I move along, it moves with it. Now let's come up here to the, this is the section that has a double stud, but with a hollow section in between. There's blocking to about here. So let's go across this hollow section. So it's finding the first stud and saying, right there's the center. That's pretty accurate. Now, can it see the gap? Yeah, it did. And my tape's actually hanging up on this little slider on the edge. So it is showing that one, but then it shows hollow and then the other stud. So if you're careful, it is. Now, let's try this ABS. Right there it says pipe and wire. Okay, let's try the PEX up against the wooden stud. We'll go ahead and try. It's actually seeing the pipe. Now, can it see the stud too? It actually did there. All right, let's see. This is curving, so let's just see what it does with that. If I were to keep going down, it's showing it going off to the corner, so we'd move over. Oh, did we miss anything? We got the horizontal 2x4. Now, they did tell me this is going to read it in the wrong orientation. So if you suspect cross blocking, again, turn it sideways and it will give you the center of it. Let's try this double 2x4. It's double all the way across. So it would be saying There's something there, but it's like, yeah, it did find the center. I think it's kind of reading it like one solid stud, which it really should. And I don't think it's calibrated for a 4x4. So you would see there's the edge, which that's about right. And then yeah, it says about there is also the edge, which that's a little closer to the center. Oh, wait. Yeah, it's reading the wooden stud. If you see that weird reading like that, I would say that that's because it's probably a thicker, wider one like that. Okay, let's try something else. The electrical stops around here, so I'm not too worried about this, but we're gonna double up right here. Let's say for whatever reason you had double layer 5/8, or this is 2 layers of 1/2 inch, but you could have a really thick wall for whatever reason. Let's just see how it does. Well, it's reading through 1 inch of drywall just fine. I didn't think it would do that part. So what is my final thoughts on the WALABOT? I think it's another useful tool. It's got a totally different interface than any of these stud finders, even the ones with the digital display. But one like this, I don't think it's got no way to tell you if there's any electrical. It'll tell you that wood. I'm not sure what it'll say about a copper pipe. It looks just like a wood stud. It just says there's something there. And let's say the black iron, again, that's the difference with the WALABOT, is it tells you, gives you a better idea of what's actually there, not just that there's something there. There's kind of the point. Stud finders, there just is no magic bullet. None of them are super great. The advantage to this is that you get a visual picture of what's in the wall. They represented it with colors, and it tells you the material. It's basically more than just a stud finder. It's a wall scanner, gives you a much more picture of what's inside, gives a pretty good visual representation of the studs, the pipes, and the metal. And hey, if you really want to take the confusion out of understanding all these different drywall tools and materials, I'm going to give away a copy of my new ebook called Understanding Drywall Tools and Materials. You can pick that up using the link in the description down below, or that's a condensed version. If you want the full version, it's available in my store at thatkiltedguystore.com. And I'm going to help simplify all this, and I'm going to show you why you don't need most of this. I'll show you what you do need and why. Hey, thanks for watching this video. Check out these other videos popping up, and I will see you guys next time. Take care, everybody. See you then.